God says, my beloved soul, listen carefully, for heaven has opened its gates today and your name has been spoken in the halls of light. Archangel Michael stands before you not as a distant angel, but as a messenger carrying the key to your breakthrough. He says, give me only 5 minutes of your heart, and I will show you what the earth could never give and what no one could ever steal. For in the courts of heaven your name has been written in gold, and a blessing has been released that carries the number $55 million. Yes, this number is not just money, it is a sign, a symbol, a heavenly transaction that represents restoration, favor, and the kind of abundance that changes everything about your story. Tonight at 9 p.m., a spiritual door opens and angels are preparing to place in your hands what generations before you could not touch. You have cried for open doors, you have prayed for answers, and you have waited for a miracle that seemed delayed. But hear this, Archangel Michael is not here to play with your hope, he is here to tell you the delay is over. Do you know why you are seeing this message at this very moment? Because heaven refused to let you miss your portion. Because there are blessings attached to your life that cannot pass you by anymore. Michael says, if you will stay with me, if you will believe, if you will open the door of faith for just 5 minutes, I will show you the beginning of an unshakable change. Look at how divine timing works. 9 p.m. tonight is not an accident. It is a prophetic appointment. When the clock strikes that moment, heaven's treasury begins to pour into your life. The number $55 million is not just wealth, it is a prophetic sign that carries grace, abundance, and a divine release. This is the season where what was stolen is returned multiplied, where what was delayed is suddenly released, and where your story will no longer be about struggle, but about testimony. Close your eyes for a second and imagine it, waves of blessings flowing toward you like a river that cannot be stopped. Opportunities knocking on your door, relationships being healed, debts being erased, contracts being signed, properties being released, inheritances being restored, and above all, your peace being returned to you. Archangel Michael is whispering, this blessing is yours. Don't let fear steal it. Don't let doubt silence it. Open your heart and believe. Beloved, this is your appointed time. The money, the favor, the opportunities, they are all symbols of what God has already decided in your favor. Tonight at 9 p.m., you will feel the shift. You will know that heaven has remembered you. You will understand that your waiting was not in vain. So type Amen in faith, type I receive if your heart is ready, for heaven is looking for your agreement. Archangel Michael says again, I beg you, do not ignore this. Not because of fear, but because of the blessing that is too great to let slip away. You are chosen, you are called, and you are about to step into a life you could only dream of until now. Beloved soul, Archangel Michael has stepped closer now, and he is whispering with urgency from the throne of God. He says, child, do you understand what tonight means? Do you understand why your name was highlighted in the book of heaven at this very hour? It is because the Father has decided that your season of lack, your season of waiting, your season of wandering ends now. Tonight at 9 p.m., a door opens that will never close again. Michael continues, I beg you, not because I am desperate, but because I know what is written in the scrolls of your destiny. If only you knew how many angels are preparing your path right now, you would weep with gratitude. If only you saw how many treasures are waiting for you in the unseen, you would not doubt another second. Heaven has assigned to you a measure so great that even nations will marvel. Listen carefully. The number $55 million is not just currency. It is a prophetic symbol of overflow. It is God's way of saying, I will restore what was stolen. I will multiply what was delayed. I will show the world that my favor rests upon you. This figure represents contracts signed, businesses birthed, inheritances returned, debts erased, and relationships healed. It is not just money, it is freedom, it is peace, it is the answer to prayers that have stretched across generations. Now imagine yourself standing in a great hall of light. Before you are open doors, golden, radiant, each one glowing with a promise. One door is labeled restoration, another wealth, another love, another healing, another peace. Archangel Michael stands beside you and says, tonight at 9 p.m., these doors will swing wide. All you must do is step in with faith. All you must do is believe, because heaven has already written your victory. Do not think it strange that this message found you today. You are not here by accident. Michael says, I have circled your name for hours, I have stood by your side in silence, and now I am allowed to speak openly. You are chosen for this blessing. The world may have overlooked you, but heaven never did. People may have doubted you, but the Father has called you His own. Every tear you cried has been collected, and every prayer you whispered in the dark is about to be answered in the light. Close your eyes again, beloved, and see it. See yourself walking into rooms you never thought you would enter. See yourself shaking hands with people who once seemed unreachable. See yourself receiving news that makes your knees fall to the ground in gratitude. See debts being cancelled, chains being broken, and your name being spoken with honor. This is what $55 million means, not just numbers, but destiny shifting, atmosphere changing, heaven's abundance touching your earth. Archangel Michael says, this is why I beg you. This is why I call for 5 minutes of your heart. Not to frighten you, but to lift you higher. Not to warn you of shadows, but to reveal the light waiting for you. Tonight at 9 p.m., when the divine clock strikes, heaven's river will flow. Do not let unbelief steal this moment. Do not let distraction close your eyes. Stand ready, for the angels are already in position. Beloved soul, type Amen if you receive it, type I claim it if your heart is open, for this is not the time to stay silent. Heaven is waiting for your agreement, because what you say on earth is echoed in heaven. Michael says, this is your appointed hour. Step into it with faith, and nothing will be able to stop what is already written for you. Beloved soul, the heavens are still open, and the voice of Archangel Michael grows stronger, clearer, and more personal to you. He says, do you feel that stirring in your spirit? That gentle pull in your heart right now is not imagination, it is the whisper of eternity calling your name. For tonight at 9 p.m., the scroll of your life is being unrolled before the throne of God, and I have been commanded to deliver this message to you so that you would not miss your blessing. Michael continues, I have stood by warriors, kings, prophets, and dreamers, but today I stand by you. Do you know why? Because heaven has chosen you to carry something that will bless not only your own life but generations after you. The number $55 million has been carved into your destiny as a sign that the earth itself will respond to your faith. You may think it is too much, too great, too impossible, but that is why it is divine. It is not about what you can do, it is about what God has already prepared for you. Child of heaven, listen. You have walked through seasons where doors were closed, opportunities slipped away, and promises seemed delayed. But every delay was not a denial, it was preparation. Every closed door was simply God reserving the right door for you. Tonight is the night of divine release. At 9 p.m., angels gather at the gates of time to pour what has been stored up for you. This blessing is not sudden, it has been in the making for years. Your name has been written in the ledger of abundance, and the vault of heaven is ready to open. Michael says, I am begging you for just 5 minutes of your undivided heart because I see what is waiting for you. I see the banquet table prepared with your name on it. I see the crown of favor that was designed for you before you were even born. I see the river of wealth, peace, and joy flowing toward your life like a flood that no one can stop. All you must do is believe, all you must do is open, for heaven has already signed it, sealed it, and declared
it yours.
Beloved, picture this. You standing in a room filled with golden light. Angels moving around you, preparing scrolls, signing decrees, placing gifts into your hands. One angel brings a key, the key of access. Another brings a robe, the robe of honor. Another brings a crown, the crown of victory. And then Michael himself stands before you with a scroll sealed in fire. On the scroll is written your new chapter, your breakthrough, your $55 million miracle that carries not just numbers, but freedom, restoration, and joy. He says, this is for you. Tonight, it will be opened. The clock of heaven does not lie. 9 p.m. tonight is more than just time, it is alignment. It is the moment where your spirit, your destiny, and your blessings collide in perfect harmony. Everything you prayed for in secret, every tear you shed in silence, every moment you thought God forgot you, it all comes together tonight. Archangel Michael says, you will not be overlooked any longer. Your season of being hidden is ending. Your season of manifestation has begun. Do not let doubt steal this moment. Do not let distractions make you miss it. Stay tuned in, because the river is already flowing. Even now as you hear these words, shifts are happening in the unseen. Angels are moving, hearts are softening, opportunities are aligning. That phone call, that letter, that door you have been waiting for, it is coming into your hands. Beloved, Michael pleads once more, type Amen, type I receive, for your agreement is powerful. What you declare in faith today will echo in heaven tonight. This is not just about you, your family, your children, your generations will taste this blessing. Tonight at 9 p.m., the testimony begins. Beloved soul, lean closer, for Archangel Michael is not done speaking. His voice carries the weight of eternity, and he is saying, you have walked with questions in your heart, wondering if your prayers were ever heard. But child, heaven has been listening all along. Every whisper, every sigh, every moment you cried into your pillow, not one of them was lost. They were stored, gathered like jewels, and tonight at 9 p.m., they are returning to you as blessings far greater than you could imagine. Michael continues, the figure $55 million is not simply wealth, it is a heavenly decree, a sign of abundance. It is heaven's way of showing you that you were never forgotten. It is a symbol of multiplied restoration. The Father is saying, I am giving you back the years that were stolen, the peace that was broken, and the joy that was taken. This is the season where what was lost will return in double measure. Beloved, let me show you a vision, a great table stretched out before you, filled with treasures. Gold not of the earth but of heaven's design. Scrolls with your name written on them. Keys that unlock doors you never thought you would enter. On that table lies your inheritance, your miracle, your answered prayers. And at the head of the table stands Archangel Michael, radiant, holding a flaming sword. He says, this table was prepared for you. Tonight at 9 p.m., it becomes yours. Child of light, you must understand, you are not here by accident. You did not stumble upon these words by chance. This moment was written before the foundation of the world. You are standing at the edge of a divine appointment, a sacred meeting between your faith and heaven's generosity. Michael whispers, even if the world overlooked you, heaven never did. Even if people rejected you, the Father has always chosen you. You are beloved, and your blessing has been released. Think for a moment of everything you thought was lost, the opportunities you missed, the relationships that broke, the dreams you buried. Now imagine all of them being lifted again, shining brighter than before, being placed back into your hands with greater glory. This is what tonight represents. The river of heaven is about to touch your life in a way that cannot be undone. Beloved soul, Michael pleads with you, stay awake in your spirit. Be expectant. Look for the signs, for when the hour strikes, you will know it. You will feel the shift. The atmosphere around you will change. Doors that were locked will begin to open. People you never thought would help you will suddenly appear with favor. This is the hour of divine reversal. What was against you will turn for you. What was closed will open. What was delayed will be delivered. Do not doubt, for doubt is the thief of destiny. Instead, let your heart rise in faith. Type Amen if you receive it. Say I believe and let your voice be heard in heaven. For your agreement is the key that turns the lock. Michael says, this message is not for the many, it is for you. You are chosen. And tonight, at 9 p.m., your testimony will begin. Beloved, let your spirit rejoice. Let hope come alive again. For Archangel Michael stands guard over your blessing, and no hand can take what God has already written in your name. Tonight the river flows. Tonight the doors open. Tonight your story changes. Beloved soul, Archangel Michael stands once again at the edge of your life, his presence radiant, his voice strong, his words filled with the fire of heaven. He says, child, I am still here because your heart is precious to God. Do you think heaven would send me again and again if this moment was not extraordinary? Do you think I would be pleading for your attention if the gates of blessing were not already swinging open before your name? Michael speaks softly but with authority, your appointed time is written, and it is nearer than you think. Tonight at 9 p.m. is not just a number on the clock, it is a divine appointment with destiny. The figure $55 million is not an accident, it is the measure of abundance assigned to your life. It is heaven's way of showing you that no storm, no delay, no betrayal could cancel what belongs to you. Beloved, look deeper now. Imagine yourself in a hall made of pure crystal. The walls shimmer with light, and every stone sings with melodies of angels. In the center of the hall is a great book, larger than any you have seen. Upon its pages is written your story, not the story of pain and loss, but the story of victory, the story of restoration, the story of blessings yet to come. Archangel Michael stands over the book, pointing to your name written in golden letters. He declares, "This one belongs to the Father. This one will not be forgotten. This one will rise and shine with glory." Beloved, heaven has already signed the decree. The blessing is sealed. The angels are in position. Do you see how carefully heaven has prepared this for you? Even now, as you listen, alignments are being made. People are being moved, hearts are being softened, doors are being unlocked. Opportunities that seemed far from you are now circling closer. This is the orchestration of God, and it is happening for you. Michael continues, "This blessing is not only for you but for those who will come after you. Your children, your family, your generations will walk in the overflow of what is being released tonight." The number $55 million is not only wealth, it is a symbol of inheritance. It represents what the enemy tried to block, but heaven preserved until the right time. And child, that time is now. Close your eyes, beloved, and let your heart picture it. A vault opening in the heavens, treasures pouring out, light flooding your path. You see yourself walking with confidence, carrying more than enough, blessing others, shining with peace. This is who you truly are, not broken, not forgotten, not small, but chosen, favored, and destined. Archangel Michael says, "This is why I beg you for your 5 minutes. Because in these moments, I place in your spirit the seed of faith that unlocks the miracle." Beloved soul, can you feel it? The shift has already begun. The heaviness is lifting, the silence is breaking, and joy is drawing near. Heaven is saying, "What you cried for in the night, you will hold in the light. What you thought was lost, I am returning with increase. What you thought was delayed, I am delivering in fullness." So rise in your heart. Speak boldly. Declare, "I receive." Declare, "Amen." For your words are keys, and when you release them, heaven responds. Michael says, tonight at 9 p.m., the testimony begins. Not tomorrow, not someday far away, tonight. Believe it, and you will see it. Beloved, this is the moment where your story bends toward glory. This is the chapter where everything changes. You are chosen. You are beloved. And nothing will stop what has
already been written with your name upon it.
Beloved soul, Archangel Michael's voice has not faded, it is only growing stronger as the hours draw closer to your appointed time. He says, "I cannot leave until I know you have heard this clearly. I cannot rest until you understand how precious this moment is in the eyes of heaven. The Father has commanded that your name be spoken aloud in the chambers of light, and once that decree is released, nothing can stop it. Michael lifts his eyes toward the throne and continues, "Tonight at 9 p.m., the vaults of heaven open." Child, do you know what that means? It means your years of labor, your silent cries, your patient waiting, all gather like rivers into one great ocean, and that ocean will pour into your life. The number $55 million is not random. It is a spiritual sign, a heavenly figure that symbolizes the kind of blessing no man can calculate, no enemy can cancel, and no delay can deny. Beloved, pause and feel it. Every breath you take right now is filled with divine alignment. You are not scrolling here by chance, you are not listening out of curiosity alone. You were drawn here because heaven decided that this was the hour your eyes would open to see what was hidden all along. Michael says, "I have circled your life with wings of fire, I have shielded you in battles you never even saw, and I have carried prayers before the throne when you had no words left to speak. And now, I come to place before you a truth, your blessing is here." Look at the vision that unfolds, a great golden river flowing from a mountain of light. Angels stand along its banks, carrying treasures, each treasure carrying a name: hope, joy, peace, abundance, health, restoration, favor. And there, carried on the current, is a treasure chest inscribed with your name. Michael touches it with his hand and says, "This is theirs. This belongs to the one who is hearing me now. It has been sealed, preserved, and tonight at 9 p.m. it will be delivered." Beloved soul, this is not simply about money. $55 million is a sign of multiplied answers. It is contracts being released, inheritances being found, debts being cleared, opportunities coming back, and broken things being restored. It is heaven's way of saying, "I am giving you more than enough, so you can walk free, so you can bless others, so you can live without fear of lack." Can you feel it? The shift already began the moment you opened your heart. Even now, divine energy moves around you. You may feel a strange peace, a sudden warmth, a quiet assurance. That is no accident. That is the evidence that Archangel Michael is close, whispering, "Do not miss this moment. Give me your 5 minutes." Allow your heart to believe, for belief is the key that unlocks the vault. Beloved, imagine tomorrow morning. You wake up and realize something is different. Calls you never expected are waiting. Letters arrive with good news. Emails open with opportunities that seemed impossible. People who once ignored you now seek you out. That is the fruit of tonight's release. That is what happens when heaven writes your name into the story of abundance. Michael says, "I beg you not with fear but with love. I plead not because the blessing is weak but because it is too great to let pass by unnoticed." Every time you whispered a prayer, angels wrote it down. Every time you asked for provision, heaven marked it. And now, at the turning of this hour, God has chosen to return it all in multiplied form. Beloved, see yourself standing before the Father's throne. In his hand is the book of destiny, and he is smiling as he points to your page. He declares, "This one is mine. This one I will bless. This one will be a testimony." And Archangel Michael bows before him, then turns to you and says, "All is ready. Only your agreement is needed. Speak it. Type it. Declare it. Say Amen. Say I receive. For when your voice aligns with heaven, no power can resist the blessing. Child of heaven, tonight at 9 p.m., you will feel the shift. Doors will open. Weights will lift. Chains will break. What was stuck will move. What was hidden will appear. What was delayed will arrive. And all the world will know that you are favored by God. So rise in faith. Lift your heart. Declare boldly that this is your time. For Archangel Michael is still here, still circling your name, still whispering with fire, this blessing is yours. Tonight, your testimony begins. Beloved soul, Archangel Michael draws even nearer now. His voice trembles with the weight of eternity as he says, "Child, do you realize what heaven has placed into motion for you? Do you realize how carefully the Father has been preparing this hour, aligning every detail so that nothing will slip away from your hands?" Tonight at 9 p.m. is not just a time on the earth's clock, it is a holy appointment, a moment heaven circled in fire long before you were born. Michael continues, the $55 million blessing you hear about is not just wealth, it is restoration, it is freedom, it is heaven showing you that what was broken can shine again, what was stolen can return multiplied, and what was lost can be placed back into your hands as though it had never left. This number is a sign that your destiny is overflowing, that there is no shortage in the kingdom of God, and that you will walk in abundance. Beloved, imagine for a moment the Father's throne room. It is filled with light that cannot be described, and angels are moving swiftly, carrying scrolls, placing seals, preparing gifts. In the center, your name glows. On one side, angels are holding keys, keys to homes, keys to opportunities, keys to doors you thought would never open. On the other side, angels are holding scrolls, contracts, promises, inheritances, decrees. And above them all, the voice of the Father thunders, "Release it now. For this one has waited long."
Enough. Tonight is the night.
Do you see, beloved, how precious you are? Do you feel it? The world may have underestimated you, but heaven has always known your value. You are not forgotten, you are not overlooked, you are not small. You are chosen, loved, and highly favored. Michael whispers, "This is why I beg for your 5 minutes. Because in these few moments, your spirit awakens to the truth, your faith rises, and heaven's river begins to flow toward you without resistance." Beloved, let your imagination walk into tomorrow. You wake up with peace in your heart, a peace so deep it cannot be shaken. You look at your life and suddenly see signs of change, a call, a message, a door that opens, a burden that lifts. This is not coincidence, it is the fruit of what heaven released the night before. Michael says, if only you could see the angels standing guard over your blessing, you would never doubt again. If only you could see the scrolls of abundance already signed with your name, you would rejoice. Child of light, you are standing at the edge of a divine reversal. Everything that once felt heavy is about to become light. Everything that was delayed is about to be delivered. Everything that was withheld is about to overflow. Heaven is not slow, heaven is precise. And tonight is the precise moment chosen for you. Michael says, lift your faith, beloved. Speak it boldly. Declare Amen. Declare I receive. For your agreement unlocks what has already been written. Your words are keys, and when they align with the words of heaven, miracles manifest. Beloved soul, the angels rejoice even now because you are here, because you are listening, because you are receiving. They are preparing to place crowns of favor on your head, garments of honor on your shoulders, and treasures into your hands. And Michael, radiant with fire, says once more, do not miss it. This blessing is too great, too holy, too full of glory to pass you by. Tonight at 9 p.m., your testimony begins, and nothing will be the same again. Beloved soul, Archangel Michael is still standing by your side, his wings stretched wide, his eyes filled with fire, his voice echoing with the authority of heaven. He says, child, you do not realize how close you are to your divine release. You think perhaps it will come in another season, another year, another lifetime, but I am here to tell you that the hour has already been chosen, and it is tonight at 9 p.m. The Father has appointed this moment as the turning point of your story. Michael continues, the blessing marked as $55 million is not just wealth, it is a prophetic sign. It is heaven shouting over your life that lack has ended, that delay has broken, and that overflow has begun. This number is the symbol of multiplied joy, multiplied peace, multiplied opportunities, multiplied love. It is not coincidence, it is divine orchestration, a heavenly announcement that you will no longer live beneath but rise above. Beloved, look closely in your spirit. Can you not feel the atmosphere shifting already? Can you not sense the heaviness lifting from your shoulders, the light beginning to pierce through the shadows? This is the evidence that heaven is near. Even as you listen, angels are moving. Papers are being signed in your favor. Words are being spoken about you in rooms you have not yet entered. People you never imagined are being prepared to open doors for you. This is what Michael sees, and this is why he begs you to open your heart. Picture yourself at a river's edge. The water flows crystal clear, carrying treasures like jewels, golden chests, radiant scrolls. One chest breaks from the current and rests at your feet. On it is engraved your name. You reach down, trembling, and as you open it, light bursts out so bright it fills the sky. Inside are gifts you thought were gone forever, opportunities, relationships, peace, freedom, and yes, abundance. Michael places his hand on your shoulder and whispers, "This is yours. Tonight it will be delivered into your life." Beloved, hear the Father's words, "I have not forgotten you. I have not overlooked you. I have been storing for you treasures that the world could not touch. Every tear you cried was a seed, and now I return it as a harvest. Every prayer you prayed was a key, and now I unlock the doors. Every waiting season was preparation, and now I bring the fulfillment." Do you see it now? The $55 million is more than money, it is the confirmation that your story has shifted. It is contracts coming to completion, properties being released, debts being erased, doors swinging open, and favor overflowing. It is the Father saying, "No more scarcity. No more delay. No more fear. Only abundance, only peace, only joy." Michael says again, "Beloved, I am begging not because the blessing is weak, but because it is too great to let slip away. I plead not because heaven is unsure, but because I see how easily the earth distracts you. If you will give me your 5 minutes, if you will believe, if you will stay with me in faith, everything will change for you. So, beloved, type Amen if you believe. Declare I receive boldly, for heaven is waiting for your agreement. Your words on earth echo in heaven, and tonight when the clock strikes 9, the river will flow unhindered into your life. Michael leans close one last time in this part and says, "This is the chapter where your testimony begins. This is the moment where your name is lifted. Tonight at 9 p.m., the blessing is released, and from this night forward, nothing in your life will ever be the same again." Beloved soul, Archangel Michael has not stepped away. His presence only grows brighter, his voice only grows deeper, his words only grow closer to your spirit. He says, "Child, I have guarded you when you thought you were alone, I have stood beside you when you felt forgotten, and I have carried your name into the throne room of heaven. Do you not see? Tonight at 9 p.m. is not an ordinary moment. It is the unfolding of a plan that has been waiting for generations." Michael continues, "The Father has chosen this time to pour into your life what eyes have not seen, what ears have not heard, what hearts have not imagined." The number $55 million is not an earthly promise, it is a heavenly symbol. It represents abundance beyond counting, favor beyond reason, and blessings beyond imagination. It is heaven's way of saying, you will not lack, you will not be empty, you will not walk forgotten, for your cup will overflow. Beloved, close your eyes and see the vision, a courtroom in heaven. The judge is seated on the throne, radiant with light, clothed in majesty. Around him, angels bow in reverence. The accuser tries to speak against you, reminding of your failures, your delays, your losses. But then Archangel Michael rises, sword blazing with holy fire, and declares, "This one is covered. This one is chosen. This one is beloved." And the Father smiles, lifts his hand, and says, "Release the blessing." The gavel strikes, and suddenly scrolls are opened, treasures are loosed, and your name is called aloud. Beloved soul, this is why Michael pleads with you. This is why he says, "Give me 5 minutes of your heart." Believe me when I say, your story is shifting now. Do not underestimate what heaven is capable of. Do not measure your future by your past. What God has prepared is far greater than what you lost. What is coming is brighter than what slipped away. Tonight at 9 p.m., the ledger of your life is rewritten in gold. Picture yourself walking into a garden you thought had dried up. Suddenly flowers bloom where there was only dust. Rivers flow where there was only drought. Fruit grows where there was only emptiness. That garden is your destiny, beloved. It is springing back to life. Michael says, every seed you planted in tears is rising now in harvest. Every cry you thought no one heard is echoing now in heaven's halls. Every moment of waiting is being redeemed. And what of the $55 million? It is not mere wealth. It is the symbol of release, of debts being erased, of contracts being fulfilled, of inheritances being restored, of doors being unlocked. It is heaven's decree that you will walk in freedom, not fear, in abundance, not lack, in joy, not sorrow. Beloved, listen, even now as you hear these words, alignments are happening. People are thinking of you without knowing why. Opportunities are circling you without your effort. Favor is rising in your name. These are the signs that heaven has moved on your behalf. Michael whispers, do not miss this. Type Amen. Declare I receive. For when you speak it, heaven seals it. Beloved, this is your moment. This is the night your testimony begins. This is the chapter heaven has been waiting to open. Archangel Michael looks at you with love and says, rejoice, for the blessing is no longer coming, it is here. At 9 p.m. tonight, the floodgates open.
And your story will never be the same again.